This is True to Me Media's review of a movie getting a lot of hype and a lot of praise. What did our jaded, dead inside critics think of The Whale? Grab another slice of pizza and sit the fuck down to find out. We'll start with the strengths of the movie. The Whale is sold on the comeback performance of Brendan Fraser. Fraser's performance is strong and evokes sympathy, or maybe pity is a better word, for a man who has made a myriad of bad decisions and now wants to right his wrongs. Fraser turns in a stirring performance as the ultra-optimistic prisoner in his own body. Charlie is likable enough, and him admitting his mistakes and wanting to provide for his daughter and to get to know her is an admirable set of desires for our protagonist. Charlie is too late to be a positive presence in Ellie's life, but that's where the irony and conflict come into play. The Whale features concepts that resonate with most people. The Whale deals with rejection, abandonment, and self-destruction. And let's be honest, being a victim is popular. And self-victimization and true victimization is on full display in The Whale. Whether you're a victim of your own doing or a victim due to what life hands you, there are elements in this movie people can identify with and engage with due to how they see pieces of themselves in the characters. The sentimentality worked. Well, hold on. Parts of it anyway. I like the sentimental part of Charlie keeping something of Ellie's that connects them, in his mind at least. Charlie keeps an essay Ellie wrote when she was younger, and this has a lot of sentimental value for our protagonist. This essay is the thing he wishes to hear as he dies. This was a good move as Charlie, an English teacher, keeps something of Ellie's that allows him to keep her at a certain age in his mind and lets him feel a father-daughter connection with her through his appreciation of writing. It was a clever move that reflects how we shape people in our minds to fit how we want to see them. Now on to the weaknesses. The movie tries way too hard to make Charlie sympathetic when Fraser's performance does a good enough job of evoking sympathy on its own. Charlie is a pathetic, self-destructive man who has given up on himself due to the death of his lover. Charlie has to bribe his daughter to spend time with him. While this is fine as an initial hook, there's nothing about Charlie that would believably make his daughter stick around, especially when she has so much anger toward him. Instead, the movie makes Charlie sympathetic at the expense of Ellie, who comes off as a brat, since we've already been told we have to like poor Charlie, who's been kicked in the balls by life and had no choice but to shack up with someone while his daughter made snowmen by herself for the next 8 years. The movie begged you to feel sorry for Charlie, and its effect on Ellie becoming the de facto antagonist made the movie feel stilted instead of showing two complex characters. It almost felt like Charlie should have been the antagonist and Ellie the protagonist, if not for the movie's arrows pointing you in its desired direction. Ellie has a right to be mad and her anger is warranted, so why does the movie keep telling me to be sympathetic to Charlie? Let me hate who I want. From the opening scene, we're told to take pity on Charlie. Poor dude can't beat off in peace, can't chew his meatball sub without choking to death, and oh yeah, he's fucking dying. The dying is a good device to give the movie a ticking clock, which ramps up the urgency. But Charlie gets busted beating off, and the dude even sees what Charlie's beating off to. That's shameful no matter what's on the screen. We're told to feel pity and sympathy for Charlie rather than letting it happen and letting Fraser's performance outshine Charlie's bad life decisions. A missed opportunity was to have Ellie ask Charlie if he would have been so eager to get back in her life if Charlie's lover had never killed himself. By his own admission, Charlie found it easy to leave his wife and daughter when he found someone new. How would Charlie's life be now if things had gone the way Charlie originally envisioned? I'm not saying we need a dream sequence playing this out, but let Ellie bring it up and let Charlie wrestle with what he would have done while trying to be honest with Ellie and with himself. The ending got a chuckle out of me and it killed the emotional tone. The structure of the ending with both Charlie and Ellie accepting Charlie's death and essentially giving Charlie his final wish of hearing Ellie's essay while he is dying paid off, heavy foreshadowing, and it surprisingly felt earned. Charlie even walks as he overcomes his physical limitations, heaving his massive frame to his daughter for one final embrace before he dies. This was all fine. The part that took me out of it was when Charlie's feet come off the ground in a physical, metaphorical ascension to heaven. His feet coming off the ground was funny. I think the flash to the white screen is enough to convey he died and went to heaven. It was heaven, right? Well, it can't be hell, even though that would make an interesting sequel. Final thoughts to wrap things up. Yeah, it was okay. The movie is kind of a victim of the hype factor, but that's not really the movie's fault. The story here is Brendan Fraser's powerful and spirited performance, obviously. The performance is worth seeing the movie for, even if everything else is a bit labored and a bit melodramatic. See the movie for that and see what you think. Stop asking me to tell you what to think and make up your own damn mind.